Hi, my name is Myra Tanksley, and I'm recording this on March the 3rd, 2015. I am the single proud mom of a son with autism. He'll be 22 next month. Unfortunately, he's been illegally confined to a state of Ohio intermediate care facility for the MR, or for the mentally retarded. He should have never been placed there. He is not moderately mentally retarded, and that is the criteria that the resident has to have to be involuntarily committed to that facility. And my son is not moderately retarded. So he's been there a little over 2 years. He is leaving today, being discharged back into the community under the corrupt Franklin County Board of DD. And because he was in two apartments of theirs in the past, and it was just total disasters both times. And they wouldn't even file the MUI reports that I called into them, because the staff, both times, you wouldn't believe how many people don't know anything about autism. But most of these companies are native Africans. They can't even spell or say the word autism, and they don't know anything about how it works, how to work with him. It was just a complete mess. So that's what he's going to go back out into. They removed my guardianship because I am an advocate for my son. And of course there's racial components in this. I guess I'm just supposed to turn my head and keep my mouth shut while they're abusing, neglecting my son, and he's getting substandard care and services, or through them. So it's much easier to have one of theirs, some slimy, evil, sick court attorney or court-appointed attorney that really doesn't, work for nobody but the system. They don't really care. Like there's the she-devil that's my son's limited guardian, doesn't really, she's corrupt, and I got audio videos that could prove that. She lied on me. There's audio video for that. She's unfit. There's a audio video for that, because I have audio videos in my YouTube channel that you can view anytime, because she even admit that she was unfit. And like I said, I got an audio video for that. I got an audio video of her neglecting my son. And then I also got 2 pages on Facebook, and those are titled Justice for Autistic Marquise Tanksley, and then Abuse and Neglect of Autistic Marquise Tanksley by the Government. And the Justice page is really shows the process, how these people abuse their power, the dirty tricks that they use in and out of court. The Abuse and Neglect page actually shows evidence of my son's abuse and neglect of various ways. I actually seen him punch in the chest by a employee that worked at this state facility. I have that on audio tape. I didn't get a videotape of it because it was kind of dark, but the Lord set everything up for me to be able to see this without this thug knowing that I was even standing there, because I was standing close to my son. I was standing far away enough for him not to see me. And that's God's handiwork. And you can tell I was there. You can hear my voice there. You can hear my son's voice there. And you can hear this thug saying he had grabbed my son by the shirt. He wasn't going to admit that he punched him, but he admitted that he grabbed him by his shirt, which is assault in itself. And so that's all on tape. A lot of these audio videos might be found on these pages too, the 2 pages that I have, but they're definitely in the YouTube channel. So feel free to listen to them and to see what I'm talking about. Because to people it would be unbelievable, but it shouldn't be happening, but you can believe it because I got proof and evidence to show that it has happened. It's not just my imagination or You know, I'm not just full of hot air and that sort of thing. These things have actually occurred in me and my son's life. These, you know, people are just hypocrites. They're legal like criminals. You know, they're just evil. And, you know, it's got so bad in this country because nobody puts a stop to it. And the federal government is supposed to do that because these are violations of people's civil rights, you know, like the family rights thing. My son wasn't allowed to have phone calls with me. I mean, it's just, you know, while, you know, the federal government turned their hand. And me and my son, even though they have tried to destroy it, they have tried to destroy our relationship. They slandered me and my son's relationship. I said, no, he loves mom and mom loves him. And you're not going to be able to sever our relationship. But, you know, I'm exposing them, so they want to try to assassinate my character. And I said, you can't do it. I said, I got my son. That's why the Lord knows he could really use my son, because he's verbal. You know, he's autistic, but he's able to tell me things, express his feelings. I got dozens of tapes of my son telling me how he feels about being at CDC, how he's been hurt and scared, how much he misses me and loves me, all on tape. You can hear it from him. You don't have to just take my word for it. But these evil people, you know, have tried to destroy our relationship. And it just makes him miss me more. Even right now, I haven't seen him since February the 15th because they only let me go over there weekly for 60 minutes. You know, almost like a, you know, like a child protection case or adult protection case or something. I said, we're not, you know, a child welfare case or adult protection case. Or I said, he needs to be protected, you know, against y'all, because they don't have no evidence. You know, if I'm such a bad mother, I want you to prove it. You know, and they can't. You know, and just because you advocate for somebody doesn't mean that you're actually abusing them and stuff. But it's racial components, you know. As a black mother, I'm sure, but they really can't. It's a hard pill for them to swallow. I said, but I'm not the type of mother that's going to just turn my head and keep my mouth shut while you abuse and neglect and mistreat my child. I'm not that type of mother. And I'm not intimidated by evil, sick people, because I know God will deal with them in this life, because he already put out the light of a corrupt attorney that was appointed by the court. And when he was telling me all of this stuff on the phone, I knew that he was offending God, this period, you know, because God don't like pride like that. And this man was bragging about himself and how he abuses people in court, and he thought he was a phenomenon with the things that he had done. And oh, you know, and within a year he was dead and gone. And he died unexpectedly. Then I've seen God trip up people. I've seen him make people make mistakes, and you know, in their documents and all the restrictions. Like I said, they won't let us talk on the phone. But God has, when you're doing something God wants you to do, he will make a way for you to be able to do it. I don't care what comes against you, whoever's against you, who could be against you if God is for you. But if that's his will and he's using you as a vessel, then ain't nobody going to be able to stop that. And that's what I've been seeing with the things that he has made sure that I have found out and been able to collect, just like collecting dirt or collecting evidence, and to be able to expose it. This particular audio video is in collaboration with the other one, and the backdrop of this is to get have me removed as a guardian. They lied and said that I hadn't signed a consent for comprehensive evaluations and assessment, which was a lie, because nobody ever asked me to sign one. I'm a registered nurse. I have no problems with my son getting evaluations, assessments. He's been getting them all his life. I even do assessments as a registered nurse and stuff. So it was a lie. And really, they couldn't really do it anyway. It had to be done by another company. But anyway, the corrupt guardian ad litem, the one that God put his light out, his name is David Belinky. I guess he told them to write it. Anyway, two employees of this state facility. One was D. Mike Snow. I call him Mike Snow, but he was the superintendent. He's no longer the superintendent. You know how they move him around in different positions, so I don't know what other job he might have, but he was the superintendent. And then Heidi Hughes, which is a social worker that has I guess a program, clinical, whatever title they give them and stuff. They wrote a letter. Mike Snow wrote it, signed it, and then Heidi Hughes witnessed it. And they wrote it to probate court saying that I wouldn't sign this consent. Well, I wouldn't sign any or all paperwork that that's needed for them to do the comprehensive evaluation and assessment. And then Mike Snow also wrote that David Belinky, the gal, the guardian ad litem, had actually told him to write that I wouldn't sign any consents to have this done, and that to send it to probate court, which is a very corrupt court, from the judge all the way down, the magistrate, and all the way down. So anyway, so I actually, the Lord made sure I got this letter, and I actually confronted Mike Snow and Heidi Hughes about it on separate occasions on the same day, because I confronted them November 21st, 2012. Mike Snow, I confronted him face to face because I went over there to visit with my son, and I was talking to him about all the abuse and neglect. And then I asked him, I said, I don't like people lying, and you can hear that on his audio video, which shows that you know, you can hear him denying it. Oh no, I sent an email, like a letter, and to the guardian ad litem, and I told him you signed all necessary paperwork. So you'll be able to hear that on that one. I would have put them both together, but there was, like, I couldn't find hers. I had to go through the tape to find it, so I just went ahead and did it separate. But you will hear her. His was face to face, his denial. Hers was on the phone, because I called and left a message, and then she called me back and left a message on my voicemail saying we sent a letter telling, you know, I don't know if it was court or Belinky, but we sent him a letter saying you signed exactly the same thing he said, that you had signed all the necessary paperwork, so I don't know what you're talking about and stuff. So I'm going to let you hear that, and you can see the letter that was sent to probate court at the beginning of this audio video. It just shows the slime, the government slime. I don't have no respect for a country that allows a government like that. And that includes the legal system and the law enforcement system. I said, this country is just a piece of crap. It really, really is. And, you know, I'm not a violent person. I'm a Christian person. But I see it the way it is. And it's so hypocritical. But anytime you allow sick people like that to have power, and that's why my justice page, I had decided to create a justice page. Because I want people to see how these people, their dirty tricks, their how they abuse the process, the legal process, and, you know, abuse of power, the slander they put in the documents, these corrupt, sick attorneys filing all kind of motions, and because Belinky actually filed a motion to give him authority to sign consents, and he didn't really even have to do that because I already signed them. And, you know, I said, because I don't, I mean, because it's just sick. I said, why in the world would I have problems with my son having a comprehensive evaluation assessments? I do assessments myself. I said, he's been having those ever since he's been born. Before I even knew human garbage like that existed. I'm going like, it's just unbelievable. But and I know some people probably said, oh no, and that's the reason why I always have my evidence to follow, to go right along with it. It ain't make believe. I'm not sitting around making this stuff up on these sick people. So that's why I like to do it. But anyway, you will hear her. It's real short and sweet. She just left a message on my in my voicemail saying, no, I don't know what you're talking about, and like, we ain't never said anything. And I never confronted her with the actual letter, and I never confronted Snow with the actual letter, because I almost did, especially him, because I was talking to him face to face, and I almost did. Listen, idiot, I got the actual letter that you sent to probate court saying that. But then he, like I said, he did blame it on Belinky, that Belinky told them to do that. So, but without further ado, here's more evidence, and here's Heidi Hughes denying, saying she didn't know what I was talking about, and of course that they had sent a letter saying that I had signed all necessary paperwork. But that's not what the letter that they sent to probate says. So here you have it, and thank you very much. So there you have it. It was short and sweet. She left a message, and if you didn't really hear her clearly, she said, I'm Heidi Hughes, and I understand that you talked to Mr. Belinky. And I really didn't talk to him. Somehow the Lord made sure I got that letter. And when I read the letter, then I knew what they had done, because the letter was in front of me. But anyway, she goes on to say, I've heard that it seemed like you talked to Mr. Belinky, and I don't know what you're talking about, because we, actually sent a letter saying you signed all the necessary paperwork, So this is how these people lie. They're just pure scum, legalized criminals, and I just gonna make sure that people have it out there, to know what's going on, and how this country has failed my son and I, when you let that kind of, because it should be criminal, it really, to lie like that and commit record fraud, and where you're affecting people's lives, and just the federal government to turn their head while you got this kind of stuff going on. And this will be in the YouTube channel, but it also will be on the 2 Facebook pages. So thank you for listening. Hope you have a blessed day. Thanks.